Here's Juding on the lead, and he comes to the line trying to go to his brother. Whistle and play will be stopped away from the play. And a player is hurt. I didn't quite see that, Paul, but I think the Bemidji player, I didn't catch his number, but he got knocked down, a little frustrated, took a stick or something, and he just reached out. And what he did to number 6 there, I'm not sure, Bemidji, but the trail referee took a look at it. They're going to call him on a slash.
I think he just reached out of frustration when he was down on the ice. And gave it to number 6, Spencer Dahl. Again, you can't help your team in the penalty box. You're down 2 with 8 minutes to go. And I just, off that face, I was just going to say, Bemidji, be patient. All right? Stay away from the turnovers. Don't try to do too much. Just play within the team concept. Take the hit. You've got to sacrifice yourself for the team. And a lot of poise. And that type of thing, all of a sudden, it's a minute and a half or a couple of minutes they got to make up shorthanded.
Richfield is 2 of 8 on the power play. Bemidji has killed 7 out of 8 opportunities that their opponents have had on the power play. And we're down to 7:50 remaining in regulation time. It's a 2-goal lead, but still plenty of time here. This is Johnson coming in over the line. Johnson setting it up with a drive, but it's knocked down by Peters. Went back to the net, and it's set up as you see the clock there on your screen. Back to the point to Potter. There's a drive by Potter, deflected off the stick of Meyer, held in by Hatton. Hatton going to Potter. Potter at the point goes cross ice to Johnson. Tried to flip it right out in front, and the puck comes loose. A backhander steered wide as Hatton fired the shot to Johnson. Cross ice to Potter, tried to work it to the net, and here's a break. Sauer moving in. He's got one tonight, and a shot. Oh, and he was stoned there, and it trickled in. It trickled in, and it's going to count as he gets his 15th goal of the year and the 2nd of the night.
I don't know if they're going to call no goal or not. We're going to have to say, I think it's a goal. I think it's a play. You see Robbie Sauer fighting for position, good control, bang, big save, but you give a lot of credit to Jason Meyer for hurrying up, following up the play, never saying quit, and he found a loose puck and just jammed it home. As I said, they're going to have to make something up shorthanded. Second shorthanded goal for Bemidji tonight. Big effort by both Robbie Sauer and Jason Meyer to bring Bemidji back within 1. Look at Sauer fight for position. Stayed with it. Johnny Lee stayed with it, but after he makes that first one, someone's got to help him. He can't come up with save after save, especially after rebounds. He stops the first one. That's all he should be. They have to stop.
That's his 4th goal of the tournament. And it's now a 4-3 game, and it's set up here. And still another shorthanded goal, 2nd of the night for Bemidji here. And it's moved up ice, coming in over the line. And Dahl with the puck. Dahl with it back on the drive, picked out of the air as Krieger fired it from the point. Peters put it away.
Bemidji can't be running around that much, killing a penalty. Now, Palawa playing defense, killing a penalty, all of a sudden he's out to the point trying to stop a shot. Give him an awful lot of, high marks for his enthusiasm. But now, as Brian Grant is going to tell us, guys, look at, we've got 6 minutes, 43 seconds here. Slow this thing down, play within team concept. Have some poise, have some patience. Everything is going to come back to us now. You try to do too much, it's going to be counterproductive. You're going to get into that deep water. You're going to get in the quicksand, and as harder you work, it's just going to blow up in your face.
4-3 the score, and moving it up ice, Eichstad in over the line. He went to Lind, who was bumped by Dahl. Goes back to the net. Eichstad tried to center it. Cleared from the slot by Gregerson. Coming back over to set it up is Hansen, working the wing. And the puck is loose now as Eichstad tries to go to the net. He's tied up. Lee diving out. He'll cover it. And play will be stopped with 6:19 remaining.
Well, I can't emphasize enough. There's plenty of time to get the job done here. And obviously that applies to both clubs. Richfield says, no, just stay. We're up. We don't need another goal to win this hockey game. I'm sure that's what Mike Thomas is saying. Stay within our systems without the puck. Move the puck. Stay in that rhythm. Rush, forecheck, back check. Good intensity on a transition from offense to defense. Stay away from the turnovers from the top of the circle to the blue line, both end zones. So they're going to be all right. But you just don't want to have a panic set in both clubs. There's plenty of time in a one-goal hockey game.
We understand they may have given that last goal officially to Meyer and not to Sauer, so we'll check on that, as there may have been a flurry in front, and Meyer may have poked it loose.
It was Meyer's goal, Paul. Meyer's goal.
And back in over the line, Meyer will get the goal shot, and they're not going to take that one away from Sauer, as Meyer got the one before this one to Sauer, his second of the night, and his 15th of the year, and now he has 4 goals in the tournament.
Look at Robbie Meyer pulling it through the defenseman's legs. You just want to play the body. Just got that little quick shot. Again, the quickness of the shot handcuffed Johnny Lee, and it caught that lower short side. I don't know if it went off his stick. I think Johnny Lee tilted the stick just enough that that caused it. Nice play by Robbie Sauer. Shoot the puck quick. Found its way home. 2 shorthanded goals. 4-4. 6:04 left. As I said, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time. And all of a sudden now Richfield says, what happened to our power play? We give up a couple shorthanded goals. Sometimes you try to do too much. You try to get too fancy, and you might fall asleep, and aggressive penalty killers, you know, can really cost you.
And we have 6 minutes remaining here. And going back over to set it up is Potter now. Both teams at full strength here. 5:54 remaining. It's a 4-4 game as Bemidji moves it right out in front, trying to get off the backhander. Didn't take it. Back to Fawson as Aiken gave the puck to Fawson. Now it's moved up ice the other way. Here's Provost in over the line. Whistle, and play is going to be stopped. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Handed goals.
Five minutes, 38 seconds remaining here. Fawson with the puck on the lead to Matthews. And it's driven back down in the zone on the far side. Yetter playing it behind the net. Around to Fawson with 5:25 remaining. And Jutting with the puck goes behind the net. And it's going to be forced along the boards, going over trying to pick it up now. We're down to 5:17 remaining in a 4-4 game. And it comes out over to center ice, driven by Potter back down in the corner. Going back to the net is Fawson to set it up. Fawson with it on the near side to Roberts. Roberts with it on the lead pass. Coming ahead in over the line is Eichstad. Here's Eichstad right out in front. Tried to center it as they had moving to the slot Johnson. That is Johnson with the puck. On the return, Johnson with a drive, and it's blocked very nicely by Dahl. And the puck comes loose now as Bemidji with pressure. It's held in by Eichstad. And he goes to Johnson. All alone out in front. Shot, and the save is made. Right out in front as Smith was there. And we're going to have no goal. It's going to remain tied as the Cage knocked out of position.
Oh, I'm telling Bemidji, never say die. Never say die. I'm telling that center forward going to the net. You'll see, Paul, that puck, I'm just trying to pick that thing up now. There's no goal. Ray Lorenz on top of the puck. He just blows it right away. No goal. And again, he just followed his shot right into the net. I didn't pick up his number, Paul. Sorry, did you get it? Paul, look at that. That's 2 shorthand goals on that power play. 3 in the game for Bemidji. 3 of the 4 goals on that short team. And I'm sure Coach Thomas is a little upset, and Coach Grand. Again, that's why that a good aggressive penalty killers can really cause an awful lot of havoc.
The last 2 goals here have been shorthanded goals. We're down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in regulation time, and we're tied at 4. And moving it up ice, it's driven by Makowski in over the line. Broke it up there, trying to work it loose, and Palava with it down in the corner. And he flipped it up, trying to go to Sauer. This is Meyer. And Sauer trailing is Palava. Sauer in over the line. Poke checked away from his stick. And it's turned around by Richfield as they move it up ice. Here's Schrick with the puck to the line. Palmer is there. Taken away by Sauer and cleared by Johnson, but picked up and moved back by Roberts to the blue line. They're taking it away as Krieger, and he dumps it down in the corner. And we have 3:50 remaining, and an icing will be called. It's 4-4. This is Hockey 86 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Good old creamy peanut butter's gone boppers. Gone crazy with chips. Got all rolled up and crisp. They peanut butter boppers. It's creamy peanut butter, a crispy coating, and a whole lot more. Peanut butter's gone boppers. Peanut butter boppers. New from Nature Valley. What a snack.
3:49 remaining in regulation time. We're tied at 4. And the puck comes loose, and it's held in by Baker. Played it on the wing, and that's broken up. And it's flipped down in the corner on the far boards, and going back is Yetter to set it up. We're down to 3:37 remaining in regulation time. And it's picked up and played ahead to Matthews one-on-one against Potter. Matthews with a backhander, and that shot went wide. And the puck comes loose on the near wing, and it's set up trying to bring it up ice is Dahl. And they go on the lead pass to Hansen. Hansen in over the line, tried to go left wing on the pass to the point to Potter. And he played it on the wing. That's knocked away. Bemidji setting it up. Back up ice, coming in over the line on the left side. A drop pass. Roberts to Matthews in the drive, and Lee the save.
A nice play by Rod Roberts. This came little drop pass to Gary Matthews. Matthews just shooting off that pass, so to speak, with Roberts going to the net. Here he comes cutting in front. Little nice drop pass. Try to stop the puck. Matthews coming into a loose puck, dead puck. Got the shot off quick. And Johnny Lee, equal to that shot, equal to the challenge. Stop the puck, control his rebound. It's been a heck of a hockey game. I'll tell you, Paul,
There's a break in the action. We'll pick it up in a minute, Herb. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Independent Lennox dealers install more energy-efficient gas furnaces than all their competitors combined. Call Lowell Anderson at Cronstrom's.
3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in regulation time. We're tied at 4. Both teams are at full strength. And the puck is loose in the corner. Krieger playing it on the far side. He goes to Walter. Walter is one of the goals in this game. Back to Krieger. On the breakout to Walter, moving it up ice. Walter with it. He comes to the line as Kennedy takes a look. It's played wide of Peters in the corner, back of the net. Kennedy going to pick it up. And the puck comes loose. Roberts over to get help from Dan Smith. Or David Smith. Here's David Smith moving it up ice. Smith in over the blue line. Smith trying to cut his way to the net. Smith tried to center it. He's back of the cage, and it tried to center the puck, and it's cleared out with 2:25 remaining. Up ice goes Krieger. Krieger in over the line on the pass, trying to go to the net was Potter. And the puck comes loose as it's played on the wing. And Bemidji, Smith threw a check there. And coming back over is Fawson. We're down to 2:10 remaining as it's played to center ice. And moving it up ice, here's Palava trying to muscle in. And his backhander, and he knocked the cage out of position.
Well, you talk about someone going to the net with some intensity and some meaning. That Palava sure does, like all the people. Just before that commercial, Paul, I have never seen, and, never say never. I fully understand that. But for a consolation type of game, what intensity, what emotion. And you see Plow just picking up his own rebound and still keep on going to the net. And Johnny Lee says, my gosh, what is this, a runaway tank? But he stayed with it. Plow stayed with it. Again, I just can't get over the defined play, the intense play in these two consolation games. These people have really showed up and given the fans their money's worth.
A lot of class.
Oh, for sure, Paul. I tell you, this is what the world of sports should be about every night, the way these kids work. And I'm not saying that you do it every night, but boy, this tournament means an awful lot to them. This is just a realization of a boyhood dream, and they want to make the most of it while they're here, and they certainly are.
They'd like to play tomorrow in the consolation championship. And the draw is set up now on the wing on the near side with 1:57 remaining. Both teams at full strength. The game is tied as Sauer has the puck. Sauer tried to center it, and it was cleared by Schreck. On the lead, that's broken up. Yetter comes in over the line. Hitting his drive is knocked down by Lee. Covering up is Lee in front of his own crease.
Paul, there's a very intelligent play by number 6 Richfield, Spencer Dahl. You don't see too many young defensemen do that, and this is something, you know, give the coach a lot of credit. You know, Bemidji came down, took the shot, all of a sudden there's a rebound that Johnny Lee couldn't handle. Spence Dahl shuffled into his goalie, turned around, held the Bemidji player away from him. That's a very intelligent, very mature play by a young defenseman.
And it's set up by Richfield, moving it up ice. Palmer in over the line, and he was taken out of the play, and a hip check thrown by Baker. It comes back to Dahl, and whistle and play is going to be stopped with 1:23 remaining. Advancement of the puck with a hand there, I believe.
Yeah, it was a hand pass, Paul. But again, we go back to Spencer Dahl. Rebound that Johnny Lee couldn't handle. Just pushed it to him real soft so he controlled, turned around, held everybody up. This is something that coaches will talk about, you know, with the pros or a good amateur in a high school. You don't see it too often. I gave that man just a, you know, a lot of high marks. A lot of times they're reaching for the puck and all of a sudden someone pokes it from behind. It's in the darn net.
And it's picked up by Matthews. Matthews with it now. We're down to 1:16 remaining in regulation time. Matthews ducked a check, went into the corner, trying to get help from Aiken. Whistle and play will be stopped on the pile-up in the corner.
Yeah, it sure is a pile-up. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of pile-ups all night. I'm telling you, these kids, they're going to need a good whirlpool after the game, a good night of sleep. And for the loser, well, they don't have to, they'll take a few extra days to nurse those things, but the team that wins it, they're going to tee it up again tomorrow, Paul.
Our thanks on the stats to John Bell Wilson and Dan Allen. Gentlemen, thank you.
Yeah, they've had their hands full in this one, haven't they?
We'll have the face-off coming up now to the left side of Lee.
Paul, when's the last time you've seen 3 short-handed goals in one game?
And it's been a long time.
You got 1:10 left now, 4-4 game.
And it's Potter with it, trying to angle it out of the zone. And it's picked up, leading it up ice, moving up ice, a potential break in over the line. And jutting with a shot and covering up. We have 1 minute remaining. And play is going to be stopped, Herb.
Paul, I'm telling you, I was a little scared of that thing. Not scared, but in the sense that I've seen some funny things happen in that situation. Trent Jenny came down. He had a pretty good shooting angle. You know, Stevie Peters came out on the angle. All of a sudden, just as you're going to shoot, the Bemidji player just, you know, went for his hands to tie up his hands and sticks, and all of a sudden he got the shot off, but it was just changed the velocity of the shot and could have handcuffed Steve Peters, and he might have overslid or played a normal shot, and it might have just gone to the short side or the far side on him. And that has happened, and you can't blame the goalkeeper. It's just that little knuckleball, off-speed type of pitch. And goalies look at pucks almost like a catcher is grabbing a pitched baseball.
The winner of this one takes on the Bloomington Jefferson tomorrow in the consolation championship, picked up by Smith. Smith 1 against 2, coming in across the line, tried to work his way to the net. Potter took it away, steered it in the corner. 48 seconds remaining in regulation time. Palava behind the net with Smith trying to walk out in front, centered it, but it comes all the way to the corner. And it's held in by Foston with a drive, and it may have been tipped in out front. Smith and Eichstad in front of the net. The shot from the point from Foston, and Bemidji has taken the lead at 5-4.
Yes, that thing just had eyes, Paul. That shot from the point, that just went through a couple, 3 people. See 2 players battling for the puck, fly out to the puck. All of a sudden, Foston, little wrist shot. I don't think it touched anybody. It just found its way through. It had eyes. I think if we look at any angle you want to show on the camera, it just found its way through about 4 people and handcuffed Johnny Lee. Time he moved, the puck was behind him. But something happened right before that. Number 7, Timmy Potter, broke his stick, and he was, you know, sometimes you're playing without a stick, you get a little lost, and the forward couldn't get the stick back to him, so maybe he could have grabbed somebody and held him out of there. But you can't blame Johnny Lee on that darn thing. All of a sudden, 37 seconds left. Bemidji rallies from 2 goals down with 2 shorthanded goals to tie it, and come up with a goal at this point in the game. It's just unbelievable. They're taking time out now. Richfield wants to talk this thing over, how they're going to pull a goalie and what they want to do.
David Smith did apparently tip it, and Fosson will get an assist. And also Palava on the assist, and a 5-4 game. In a heartbreak situation right now, Herb, for Richfield.
Yeah, but I can't believe that David Smith tipped that darn thing, but, you know, I guess he did. I'd swear that thing went right through about 3 or 4 guys, and poor Johnny Lee saw it bang. It was behind him. Richfield wants to say right now, get the puck up ice. Maybe off the face-off, they're going to split somebody real wide. Or maybe split two guys from sideboard to sideboard to try to spread out the, Bemidji defenders and headman that puck. And if they are going to shoot it, they've got to shoot it all the way around and use the boards to their advantage, and two guys crash into the weak side to set the thing up with one of their forwards going to the net quickly to set up a little tip and screen situation. They're not going to have a lot of time. That's why this face-off is very important for them now. Get the draw. Let's see if they'll split somebody off this thing and try to open up the space and use that manpower, extra man. Well, they're not going to take him out right now. They want to see if they can get the draw, and then Johnny Lee is going to have to make a mad dash. You watch the linesman so there's not too many men on the ice or they come out too early.
And Fossen tried and did play it ahead, but it's knocked down and whipped back down in the corner. And now off goes Lee, back of the net. Around the boards, Palava trying to bring it out. Potter held it in and shot it wide. We have 22 seconds remaining in regulation time. It's 5-4. Shot is wide by Schrock. And Schreck tried to take it, and it's knocked down. 15 seconds remaining. As Schreck played it in the corner. And going back is Fossen back of the net. Here's Fossen with the puck, and he lifts it out to center ice. And that should about do it here, as Bemidji has scored 3 shorthanded goals in the game. And they score at the 14:23 mark of the period, as David Smith officially will get the winning goal, as Bemidji has won their 20th game of the year against 4 losses and 1 tie, and Richfield will wind it up with a 12-13-1 record for this season, Herb. And what a great game in the consolation bracket.
Oh, a lot of emotion, and bodies were flying all over. A little ragged at times, highlighted with a good, solid effort of both teams the first period. The second period got a little bit roller coaster, sandlot hockey type thing, and then they settled down to play an outstanding third period and give a lot of credit for this fine Bemidji Hockey Club. 2 goals down and scored 2 shorthanded goals, where Richfield's power play sort of fell asleep a little bit on them, and then to get that dramatic goal with 37 seconds less to win 5-4. Long way back. Just shows the heart of these young hockey players playing in this tournament, Paul.
And they will take on Jefferson now for the consolation championship. We got one more to come very quickly. Well, I guess we're out of time. I was going to ask you about Hibbing and Hill Murray.
Well, let's turn that over to our colleagues. And, I'm tired right now. This was a heck of a game, Paul.
Oh, you talk about skipping out of it. Let's go down to sports.
I'll take Hill Murray. Okay, I got Hill.
We'll talk about that.
I'm taking Hill.
Well, really an important win for Bemidji, because I know last year they came into the tournament, lost their first game, came back in the consolation round. They were beaten by Minnetonka 3-0, and the entire team last night echoed the fact that they wanted to do something this year after losing 3 straight games.
Can't say enough good things about Richfield. You look at the schedule. Here's a team that won 2 late conference games all year. Their last 4 games, they went up against Edina, Minnetonka, Hill Murray, and Bemidji. 4 of the top teams in the state. They beat 2 of them. They gave Hill Murray and certainly gave Bemidji all they could handle tonight. Quite an accomplishment for the Richfield Spartans. Now let's turn it over to Tony Parker. Tony?
Well, here's the guy that got the winning goal in one of the craziest games as far as goals ever saw. David Smith, number 19. David, it was really hard to tell how it went in the net.
Yeah, I don't know. I was coming out front, and I don't know, it hit somebody, and then all of a sudden it was on my stick, and that's all I seen.
You did get the stick on it.
Yeah, it was just right on the top, right at the top of my stick. It just hit off probably someone's breezers or shin pads, and right on my stick. That's all I seen.
This win gives you new life. I know you guys felt badly last night.
Oh, God, we felt really bad after that. We thought we were going to come out and win it, but we had to come out in the third period tonight, and we thought, oh, it was bad luck, because the same thing could have happened last night, and it looked bad halfway through the period. We come out and did it, though. That's all we needed. Last life.
Now, tomorrow you can go out and get some nice, shiny hardware.
Oh, yeah. Now we can go out and have a little supper tonight and get to bed early and have a good game tomorrow.
Good luck to you, Dave.
Yeah, thanks.
You bet.
Okay, thanks, Tony. I'm sure that stick will end up in the trophy case along with the actual consolation championship if they can beat Bloomington Jefferson. That game will be at noon tomorrow. Of course, coming up next, the second semifinal contest between Hill Murray and Hibbing. Final score again, Bemidji winning 5-4. Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing action of the 1986 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Science, right?
Make it good. This is for a wedge.
Speaking of wedges.
Okay. What's the world's hardest natural substance?
That's easy.
Come on. Gold. Diamond.
I knew that.
My turn.
History.
All right. Who was Germany's most decorated aviator in World War I?
Come on.
Hey, no, that's a good question.
A very good question.
So,
1 out of every 5 Minnesotans. 1 out of every 5. No. 1 out of every 5 Minnesotans bank at TCF. That's 750,000 Minnesotans. In fact, more Minnesotans bank at TCF than anywhere else in the state. TCF, where Minnesota banks.
How many Chevys we got?
Too many.
How many?
10,000. Gotta have a sale.
We've got to have a sale.
Big sale.
A big sale.
A really big sale.
A really big sale.
You're the boss.
The Twin Cities Chevy dealers overstock sale. With 10,000 new Chevys on our hands, the only thing on our mind is to make you a deal.
Which one shall I take?
Number 2, Monty.
number 1.
Congratulations, Monty.
Don Pardo?
You picked pump number 1.
Right, Don.
Know a good deal about gasoline, eh, Monty?
No, but my car knows.
Why do drivers rate Amoco Premium Lead-Free the highest quality gasoline? Your car knows. See you next week, Monty. Same time.
Same station, Don.
Amoco, your car knows.
Well, it may have been a consolation game, but it had to be one of the most exciting we've had at the tournament so far. The final, Bemidji 5, Richfield 4. Third period action now. We pick it up. Richfield took a 3-2 lead. Tim Potter early on from the blue line passed a screened Steve Peters, and the Spartans led 3-2. A power play goal. George Palava was in the box at the time.
Bemidji scored 3 shorthanded goals this game, 4 in the tournament at all. That's Rob Sauer. What a tournament he's having. His 4th goal. That's tops in the tournament, catching the short side here. Again, a shorthanded goal for Bemidji. A lot of penalties in this game. They took advantage. That made it 4-4. Looked like we were heading into overtime, Tom.
That's right. And then finally, with 37 seconds to play in the third period, David Smith with a wrist shot from the point, and it found its way into the Richfield net, and Bemidji had the 5-4 victory. Take a look again. We thought at first that maybe someone tipped it in, but it had a clean path to the goal, a screen, John Lee, and in she went. Bemidji has advanced to the consolation championship game, which will be played tomorrow at noon.
So I think Fossen actually took that shot from the point. I don't know, may have been tipped. Looked like it went straight through, though, Tom. I guess if they look at the instant replay, it doesn't matter. Bemidji probably doesn't care right now. They got the win. And as we mentioned, tomorrow in the consolation championship game, which will be at noon, and we'll be televising that game, of course. It'll be Bloomington Jefferson going against Bemidji, and that is for the consolation title. Coming up next, the big one, the semifinal matchup between Hill, Murray, and Hibbing. These two teams met last year in the semifinals. They're doing it again. That'll be coming up next. So stay with us. Again, for Tom Hanneman, this is Mark Rosen live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Hockey 86 has been brought to you by Twin City Federal, where Minnesota banks. Tony's Frozen Pizza, the pizza to fall in love with. Your 14 Twin City Chevrolet dealers, inviting you to live the style, performance, and fun of Chevrolet in 86. Tom Thumb, where you don't have to spend a lot of money to save a lot of time.